So this trailer is looks like it's something that's going to be on Netflix. Not sure if this is going to be a theatrical release type of film or if it's just going straight to Netflix streaming. I only knew, it just says the title, Unbelievable. The thumbnail was some girl's face. She looked vaguely familiar to me, so I went ahead and bookmarked it. It seemed like it might be something that would be up my alley. I'm seeing now here that it is apparently inspired by a true story. What true story? No clue. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and press play on this now.
I know this is hard, but I need to ask you some questions about what happened.
He tied my hands. He said if I screamed, he'd kill me.
Is that the girl that plays in Ozark? I think that was why she looked familiar
no
to me.
DNA. Not a single neighbor saw or heard a thing.
He brought a blindfold, but nothing to tie her with. Would a shoelace even hold her?
You think Marie made up the attack?
I'm pretty positive that it happened.
Pretty positive or positive?
They just kept asking me the same question. How come your story doesn't add up? I wanted to go home.
I don't have a victim here. It's bogus. She made it up.
Which does happen quite a bit more than people realize. So you shouldn't necessarily believe all women.
Police say a masked assailant broke in while the victim was sleeping.
He said you need to be more protective of yourself.
Oh, Toni Collette.
Black mask, bindings, early morning attacks.
I think he's done this before.
Aurora, 18 months ago.
Intruder, black mask, backpack, tied her out, took photos.
To date, has not been caught.
Oh, it's a series. Okay.
You see the pattern. There's a rape, new evidence, new leads, and then one by one, they dry up until he hits again.
This one, we're figuring out on our own.
What if he knows stations don't talk to each other? As long as he only hits once in each town?
You could have detectives from 8 different departments investigating 8 identical rapes with no clue. They're all chasing the same guy.
Victims are all over the map. Old, young, different races. So
I recognize that guy. He played in Fear the Walking Dead.
This guy is out there, preying on the most vulnerable women he can find. Where is the outrage?
Never heard of her.
This is not something people get over. This is something they carry with them forever.
Even with people that you can trust, if the truth is inconvenient, they don't believe it.
Okay, I don't know if I'm right or wrong about the girl that's playing in here as the first one that they showed. She looks to me like the girl who plays in Ozark. But that girl has completely different hair. Of course, you can change hair. She looks like her so much. Now I want to go and confirm whether or not that is her because that's bugging me. Anyway, this trailer was a bit on the long side, about 2.5 minutes long. However, this is for a series, and they're sort of laying out the basic plot points. So it didn't feel quite as long as it was. It didn't feel like it was showing too much. It didn't feel like it was plotting or anything like that. So this was one of those, exceptions where it felt like it needed to be long for a reason. Maybe they could have trimmed about 15 to 20 seconds or more from it, just showing some of the investigation stuff. Yeah, maybe it could have been trimmed some. But it didn't feel obnoxiously long. And this is definitely something I do want to watch because I'm curious. I don't know if I will go and research the true events before or after I've seen it. I've talked about that before. Sometimes it's hit or miss with regard to whether or not I feel like it's a good idea. I mean, part of me wants to look up the facts of the case so I know whether or not they caught this scumbag. And so when I go into it, I'll know there's resolution. I will be mightily pissed off if I go into this, watch this thing, and they end up not catching him. That would be a complete waste of time to put all my energy into this, and there's no payoff at the end. So I'm very curious. And not sure what this is, not sure what case this is based off of. Seems, I watch a lot of true crime documentary type things, so it's very, very possible that I've watched something about this particular case. But there are so many different, cases that I've watched, I couldn't tell you, or so many different things that have happened similar to this, where it's been a multiple offender who has done things in different areas, and it takes a while to catch them because of that. But yeah, I'm certainly curious about this, and if it said when it's coming, I didn't pay attention. So let me see if they've got any information. Oh, okay, so it says that she reports and eventually recants it. Based on the Marshall Project and ProPublica, an unbelievable story of rape. Yeah, I'm definitely curious. I want to find out what happens. So, yeah, that's I didn't know that well, obviously this girl, whatever she went through, she was starting to doubt herself, probably because the way she was questioned. But I guess as I watch it, I will probably start to understand why these the first detectives were having a problem understanding her story. Maybe things just weren't adding up. And something that I had mentioned during the course of the trailer, false rape, false assault allegations happen much more than we have been led to believe. The 3% or 8% number, that is not accurate at all, you guys. So I don't necessarily just inherently believe that someone has been assaulted or raped or whatever just because they say it happened. I don't necessarily not believe them. I just don't believe them right away. I think a lot of it would depend on the situation, their story, how things add up or don't add up. So, yeah, apparently this is clearly leading us to believe that these were real events. This really happened to this girl. I don't know if this girl is an actual real character or if she was made up just for dramatic purposes for the show, because they do that sometimes, which, that's fine. Sometimes they just kind of helps move things along, makes things a little bit more engaging for sure. So, yep. Okay, well, I'm glad I watched that. That's intriguing. I will be putting that on my Netflix to watch list. And I think that is it for now, you guys. Bye.